I'm Liz Bernier with HRPA, and this is HR Today. I'm here with Catherine Finley of Amex, and she's presenting today on what's holding women back. So could you talk to us about what some of those key factors are that are holding women back from these senior leadership positions?
Oh, absolutely. So we at American Express have been asking ourselves that very question. And in fact, recently, about a year and a half ago, we partnered with the Women of Influence. And for those who aren't familiar with Women of Influence, they're an organization who's created a network of support for women in business. And we've said, okay, knowing that there's a gender disparity, particularly at senior ranks in organizations, what are those factors that are holding women back in corporate Canada? What's preventing advancement for our women? And there were a few findings that were interesting and somewhat discouraging and certainly surprising. So first, we found that, generally speaking, women describe themselves as ambitious. So 51% of the women we surveyed self-described as ambitious, and however they
define that.
They define that, exactly. However, 1/3 of women aspire to C-suite, and only 1/3 of women said that achieving C-suite is even a possibility in their mind.
Okay.
So, surprising, confusing. What we did see is there is a direct correlation between mentorship and sponsorship when we look at female ambition and advancement.
Okay.
So women with mentors and sponsors are more likely to see themselves or identify themselves as high potential employees.
Okay.
They're far more likely to aspire to the C-suite, and finally far more likely to believe in themselves. So mentorship and sponsorship are really critical for the ambition and advancement of women. Really, it's not just about helping women in their careers, it's in fact helping women with their confidence and believing that they can achieve sort of C-suite. You know, when we look at advancement, ambition, there's a number of factors that come into play. Some of it's personal, but there's no question some of it is systematic. So there is a role that HR can play, certainly in partnership with the business, and that's what I'm here to talk about today during my talk.
So you've already touched on the importance of sponsorship and mentorship. Do you have any insights as to best practices around making a good mentorship program or sponsorship program from an HR perspective?
Absolutely. So I think the reality is not all companies have the budget, have the people resources to have a formal mentorship project.
Okay.
And even if I'm to back up, one thing I would be very clear about in terms of education for our people, when I talk to my team or employees either within or outside of American Express, what's surprising to me is, a lot of people don't know, and women in particular, don't know if they have a sponsor. Can't identify their sponsors. And if they do have a sponsor, they're sometimes unaware of how dynamic that relationship is and the requirement to nurture it over time. So education is of utmost importance, talking about it and making it okay. So regardless of your budget, regardless of where you are on the spectrum of your diversity strategy, giving leaders accountability and really the space to be mentors, to be sponsors, making it part of your culture as an organization is of critical importance. Leadership demonstrating that this is important and seeing the advancement and the impact that it has will really help. One thing that we did find that was really interesting in our study was although there was a very low percentage of women, 27% of women that we surveyed said they had at least one mentor.
Oh, okay.
However, 99% saw the benefit if those who had a mentor. And mentorship begets mentorship. So women who act as mentors, or who have mentors, are twice as likely to be a mentor to others. So making it part of your culture is a great place to start. education around what that means, defining mentorship and sponsorship, sharing statistics, getting the message out there is a great place to start.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to sit down with us. Appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm Liz Bernier. This is HR Today. Thanks for watching.